The new policy that effectively bans transgender women from competing in women's swimming events. Juju Chang is here with more. And Juju, this goes into effect starting, this morning?
Absolutely, Robin. Good morning to you. And this is by far the toughest restriction against transgender athletes. Swimming's International Governing Board saying they consulted with scientists and policymakers and voted to essentially ban trans swimmers from elite competitions, including the Olympics, unless they medically transition before age 12. Some see it as a triumph of fairness or equity, while others see it as a blow to inclusion. A bombshell ruling in the world of international sports. As of this morning, the swimming world's governing body, FINA, effectively banning transgender athletes from competing in women's events. The organization voting that it will only allow women who have transitioned by age 12 to compete in international races like the Olympics.
Leah Thomas pulling away,
leaving out athletes like one of the sport's rising stars, 23-year-old Leah Thomas. The swimmer became the first known transgender athlete to win a Division I national title. Thomas, who began her transition as a sophomore at UPenn, speaking out recently for the first time on GMA.
There are some who look at the data and suggest that you're enjoying a competitive advantage. What do you say to that?
There's a lot of factors that go into a race and how well you do. And the biggest change for me is that I'm happy. And sophomore year, where I had my best times competing with the men, I was miserable. And so having that be lifted is incredibly relieving and allows me to put my all into training, into racing.
Some of the critics would say, oh, you transitioned in order to be successful.
Trans people don't transition for athletics. We transition to be happy and authentic and our true selves. Transitioning to get an advantage is not something that ever factors into our decisions.
You didn't transition to win more medals?
No.
But a FINA spokesperson telling the AP that according to the scientists they consulted, if you transition after the start of puberty, you have an advantage, which is unfair. While the science is still evolving, some medical experts say the effects of higher testosterone during male puberty may never be fully erased. What are the physical aspects that trans women may not be able to roll back with hormone therapy?
Obviously, issues related to body size, airway size, hand size, foot size, perhaps bone density, and so forth. But I think the main thing is just the interactions of exercise training and skeletal muscle.
Thomas, now a college grad headed to law school, telling ABC News that she had held out hope.
Are there Olympics in your future?
It's been a goal of mine to swim at Olympic trials for a very long time, and I would love to see that through.
FINA now considering creating a separate group for trans athletes, calling it a, quote, open competition category. But allies and activists like Skylar Baylor, the first openly transgender NCAA Division I swimmer, calling the decision exclusive and transphobic.
In order to exclude the trans women, you have to police all women's bodies. And that will lead to the destruction of the women's category. Trans women are not a threat to women's sports. Transphobia is.
This morning, Thomas speaking out about the decision, telling ABC News in a statement, the new FINA release is deeply upsetting. It is discriminatory and will only serve to harm all women. Now, FINA, the governing body, says they'll define what an open category would consist of for transgender athletes in the next few months, but many activists consider that othering. The other concern they have is that this ruling might open the gates to other restrictions across many other sectors, not just in sports, Robin.
That's it.
But beyond.
It's going to happen. All right, Juju, thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.